Hurricane Sam is reintensified to a Category 4 hurricane. It currently has winds of 130 miles per hour, according to the latest NHC public advisory. We have it right here. As of 11 a.m., the eye of Hurricane Sam was located near 17.5 degrees north, longitude 54.3 degrees west. Sam is moving towards the northwest near 8 miles per hour, in this motion with an increase of forward speeds expected during the next couple of days. A turn toward the north is forecast to occur by Friday. On the forecast track, Sam will pass well east to the Leeward Islands through Wednesday. We can confirm this both with the cone right here. This is where it is. The Leeward Islands are way over here. So yeah, so it's definitely not going anywhere near there, and it's going to make a pass near Bermuda, which is right here. This is where Hurricane Sam is expected to go. So yeah, we can confirm this with that. We can also confirm this with the tracks right here. So yeah, everything's doing pretty well. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we can cross-check that. We can confirm both of those. So there we have it. Back to the advisory. Maximum sustained winds remain near 130 miles per hour. So this became a Cat 4 hurricane at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Just to clear that up, just to keep that in mind. So yeah, it's been 130 miles per hour for the last 6 hours. Well, actually, more than that at the time of recording. So, Sam is a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Some fluctuations in intensity are expected during the next couple of days, but Sam is forecast to remain a major hurricane through late this week. Hurricane force winds extend outward 40 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend out 140 miles from the center. So those tropical storm force winds have been expanding a little bit, so that's something to keep watch on. Estimated central pressure down to 952, so yeah, this thing has strengthened a little bit. So yeah, back up to a Cat 4, which I thought would maybe happen, but at this point, it's pretty much reached its cap at that point. The NHC is going up to 140, but at this point, if you look at the satellite, I mean, it's not necessarily off the table, but I think it's reached its cap at that point. If it does get to 140, then fine, but I think this is the maximum it's going to get before it moves over cooler waters and less favorable conditions. So yeah, this thing reorganized, and now it's now we're not sure what's going on. It looks like the eye's hidden a little bit, so I'll be keeping a close eye on that. We'll go ahead and go to we already went to the tracks right here. We already talked about these. Just wanted to reiterate. Leeward Islands, you're fine. You're going to see some swells, some surf, some rip currents. So seek your local officials before you go out on the beach, so you're safe and everything. So yeah, and then the majority of the models have it moving out to sea. A couple of them have it going near Newfoundland, so that's interesting, something to watch. But this is 5 days out, so so anything could change. I'll be keeping a close eye on it. Now to the intensity. Majority of these models have it leveling off and starting to weaken gradually, while some of them have it strengthening up to major Cat 4 strength again, which is not going to happen. I can almost certainly tell you that's not going to happen. It's already reached its peak intensity. It's probably not going to get back up there again. It's likely, it's almost certain it's not going to get back up there again. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, there is a possibility it could go back up to 140, but depending on if this gets its act together, if that eye starts to reorganize, and then we could get up there. So yeah, majority of the models call for gradual weakening, and there we go. And then down to Cat 2, and then down to Cat 2, and then some of the models have it going down to tropical storm strength 7 days out, which let's hope that's the case. Honestly, let's hope that's the case, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. So back to the satellite once again. So you can really say that this hurricane has expanded a little bit. So Yeah, tropical storm force winds now 140 miles from the center. That's up from 125. So you can definitely say this hurricane has expanded in size. It was like a few days ago. It was really small in size. It was very compact. It was rotating very fast, and now we're getting a larger hurricane that's not rotating near as fast on satellite, and the eye isn't even showing. So yeah, it's really traded intensity for size at this point. So yeah, this has been an interesting hurricane to watch develop, then weaken, and then reorganize and re-strengthen. So it's been an interesting case study, even though it's staying out to sea, which is a good thing that's doing. Like it's still interesting to watch and see how these hurricanes evolve over time. This hurricane has proved to be resilient, especially considering how its core collapsed the other day, and now its strength is going back up again. That just proves what just proves how kind of awesome nature is at that point. I mean, it's not great for this hurricane to get stronger, but the good news is this isn't going anywhere near land anytime soon. So yeah, this has been an interesting case study. But anyway, let's finally go to the key takeaways. First key takeaway: this is a Cat 4 hurricane, winds of 130, pressure of 952. Tropical storm force winds have continued to expand a little bit, 140 miles from the center instead of 125. Key takeaway number 2: the cone has this moving towards Bermuda. Bermuda could see probably some surf, maybe some rain from this, but as this is further out than previous forecasts, you're not gonna see tropical storm force winds unless that cone shifts drastically to the west. So yeah, we can also tell you with these models, we can cross-check that. Majority of them are in agreement that it's not going to go anywhere near Bermuda. It's not going to make a landfall. It's not going to be like there is an outlier with the COT2 right here with it moving close to Bermuda, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. Next key takeaway is that the intensity is pretty much leveled off at that point. It's pretty much at its cap. I mean, it could get up to 140, but that's the absolute maximum it'll go. After that, it's going to start gradually weakening, and then eventually it'll be below major hurricane strength by late this week. So that's what the NHC calls for as well. Final key takeaway: the eye has moved under some cloud tops. If that eye reappears, we don't know. We'll wait and see when it comes to that. But you can really see it, how resilient this hurricane became. You can really see how fascinating it is to study this. So yeah, that's all on Hurricane Sam. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more updates.